another
Here we go, guys.
Titan Talk. I'm Isaiah.
Here we go.
Kilgun is with me as usual, and I told y'all are gonna get
Here reveal.
your Pon. I don't know. Dose of Pon's just gonna be with us pretty much all week, just because.
I think we figured out that I'm probably on Friday.
The Tiki's, Justin.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a pond.
Ooh, way. Welcome to this episode of Titan Talk. It's going to be a really exciting one. We're continuing our series this week of Open Beta 15 focused shows.
His 3 was a lot
Today
better.
is the star of the
Rogarts.
show. We're going to be talking about who Yi.
If he played with his original 3.
Yeah, super exciting. I mean, beloved character. Just excited that we get to bring him in.
I know, right? Yeah. I cannot wait. I've play tested a lot of Hu Yi over the past couple weeks, and just to see his progress coming along up to this point has been really cool. And there's some spicy stuff in here that I'm sure is going to be really exciting.
Spicy!
As we
It's spicy.
Shall I just go ahead and bring up the handy dandy desktop and we'll get right into the kit reveal?
Let's do it.
Sounds good.
A lot of good stuff to go through today. Once we get through Hu Yi as well. So
it's not just Hu Yi. We're going over God changes as well.
That's for Friday, but everything else we'll try and get through today.
Oh, okay, never mind. He said God balance it's
Smite
Friday.
2 looking good.
Oh, he's saying balance.
Before we get into the full kit, Pon, talk to me about the process of bringing Hu Yi to Smite 2.
Yeah,
wait,
so
he looks sick.
He has a very clear goal in mind. He wants to ricochet off the wall. He wants to get those trick shots. He wants to get marks on people to stun them. When bringing him over, we wanted to see what we could do to make him have more interactions with his mark, as well as also make his passive a bit more useful. It's a very niche application of what it's good at.
It auto does that,
So we
Sean.
want to try and expand its usefulness.
I don't know how to change it.
We also are saying that he is a hybrid scaler. So
Hybrid
he will
scaler.
scale off both strength and intelligence.
Yes.
The main differentiating factor for him actually comes from the mark itself, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
All right,
Yeah,
sweet.
and quick note that some of the effects today are still
Better?
in progress. So there are things that we are going to be updating before it goes live that we know aren't quite where we want them to be, but just where we are in the process, this is the day to show it. So, and we want you guys to play it and give us like gameplay feels later today. So note that some of the effects will be updating still from here.
Absolutely. Well, shall we just go ahead and start
Good
with
volume
that
now,
passive,
chat?
Pon? Let's talk about Sun-Touched.
Yeah, Sun-Touched. So before it was when you're critically hit, become Sun-Touched, reduce your cooldowns, and get you're basically immune to crit.
Yes.
That's still there. We felt like we talked about changing it, but we were like, that actually does feel like it can be an interesting counterplay, especially because there's a lot of crit heavy characters. But we want to make it so that it's more useful in those situations and also more useful early.
Yeah.
So it has an additional component, which is, or if you take 20% more of your health.
So it's like Geb.
Blow.
Yes.
So if you get hit by a pretty
In
hard
Smite
hitting
2.
ability, you'll actually also become Sun-Touched in that case. And you can't become Sun-Touched again until your Sun-Touch wears off.
Cool.
Additionally, a mark of the Golden Crow will fly at the person who ever triggered this.
That's cool.
So if someone crit you or if someone hits you for 20% of the health, a mark of the Golden Crow will automatically fly out to them, which
That's
means
really
that
cool.
you can potentially then, with your 2, potentially even on someone else, you can stun them with your 1.
That's awesome.
Multiple
All right.
Mark of the
speaking
Golden Crow's
1,
out.
The classic Smite ability, Ricochet. Let's talk about Ricochet, Pon.
Oh, okay,
so
here we go.
Ricochet, it's going to be the ability you know and love. You're going to hit it off the wall. It's going to bounce. It has all the same rules and everything.
Yes.
The only thing it has is the additional component of intelligence scaling and a nice little line of text that says Ricochet bounces an additional time if you have 400 or more intelligence.
Sheesh!
So the...
Yes,
if you wanna
bro.
get
I
extra
love
trick shot
scaling.
capability, including ramping up the Ricochet bonus damage. If you get more and more intelligence, if you get up to 400 intelligence, you will get that extra shot. The important thing to note is that his intelligence scaling is actually less than his strength scaling. So if you go a high int build, you're not really dealing more damage. There's things about his 2 that actually kind of push him even more potentially bruisery. But we thought that if you get high enough, that 4th shot could absolutely make it so that if you land that 4th shot on someone, you can obliterate someone. So
Yes,
if you want to
dude.
play super bursty Hu Yi,
The one looks
you're gonna
good,
have to
too.
hit the 4th bounce.
Yeah, I know, Pon, you were talking about it's probably going to be one of the hardest hitting abilities in the game if you're able to hit that 4th bounce.
Yes.
Because there is travel time involved with it as well.
Yeah,
right?
there's
You
travel
got to
time.
line
actually,
it up.
Yeah, actually getting it. If you actually buy intelligence, you'll be able to see the
let's do
target
it.
as well.
Yeah, buy it. Oh,
And
that's a cool
as
Rico
I
skin. Oh, is that the
go and
Vulcan one?
buy some intelligence here, I will show it off.
You can also
on
see
my
our beautiful, some icon artwork has come in. Some of it is still my temp text. So that
This
we
is
can
not the
play around with
optimal
it.
build, but I do have more than 400 intelligence. Pon, should I go ahead and fire the 3 to help me get back to lane a little bit quicker?
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
talk
Use
about
your
the plus
3
1.
to get back to lane. See how you're moving a little
Oh!
bit.
Yeah.
So that was actually something that Hui had in OG Smite 1. I actually don't remember if it
He does the little floaty thing.
or if it was just in his pre-release.
What's up, Mitch?
But he was actually able to move during the
Hope
3.
work's going well.
get that extra bounce there.
Sin Cara, thanks for
Finding the
21
right
months.
angle to actually get
Yeah.
it is
Oh
pretty
my
tricky,
God.
but that's the challenge of it. Yeah, chunks. That hurt quite a bit. So we are using the
I think you can turn in it now, though, Pain.
Bari tech that we've used on a few places now, where that kind of like conditional
So you can
movement
turn.
changes over time.
That'll
You
feel
basically
pretty
get
smooth,
a
I
nice little
bet.
burst of speed as you first get up into the air, and then
Yeah.
you have a little bit of control. This just lets you more effectively chase, more effectively reposition, just adjust if you need to. It also just makes the ability not feel so statically stuck. Like every time I went back to play Smite 1 after this to like make sure I was getting parity with Hui stuff, I was like, oh man, I'm like actually just completely stuck when I cast this ability.
Yeah.
So it just feels nicer.
So you can turn in it. And
I did skip over the 2, but it's got some of the same interactions from Smite 1. So if you've got your Mark of the Golden Crow up, you will still stun from the 1.
So you actually have right now the other component, because you can see we still have the temp
Oh,
icon.
yeah, let's look at it.
So let's look at Mark. So Mark has 2 states.
Yes.
If your strength is higher than your int, marked enemies take the bonus physical damage. So this is the passive that you are used to on Mark of the Golden
New
Crow.
passive on the 2.
Why int is higher than strength, marked additional effects are amplified. So it's not in here. I actually fixed the tooltip today. The stun goes from 0.2 to 0.6 seconds longer. The knockback gets up to, can't remember if it's 45 or 65% stronger. And your slow gets up to 5 seconds longer in duration on the ultimate. So
Nice.
you can bring harder CC effects if you go higher intelligence. That's kind
Sheesh.
of what I was alluding to, of like kind of a bruisery build.
So you
Oh,
can,
yeah, that's true.
You have different ways to
And because
scale.
also, like, as you lose health, you can mark other people.
If you build
can spit
int,
that out to
you're
them.
going to CC
So
more, but you're not
is
going to
it
hit as hard
basically, do you
because he
wanna
scales more off
bring this
strength.
extra utility to your team, or do you want to actually bring more just direct damage to
Yeah.
your team with the strength side of things?
Sweet.
Yeah, his arrows are
we
actually
talk
moving
about-
around on his back.
Pretty much all the abilities except for the ultimate. I'm going to fire it off to the side first, and we can talk about what's immediately visible. What's going on with the ultimate here, Fawn?
Yeah, so you can see there's like a sun in the ground. That's
Whoa,
the first sun he
that
shoots
looks
down.
sick.
And that's actually a blocker. It will knock people away when it lands. It blocks the area. And most importantly,
wall.
you can ricochet off of it.
Yes.
So this is a way for him to actually
That you
have
can
access
ricochet off of!
to something that lets him ricochet. If he's in the middle of an area that doesn't have a great ricochet target, if he feels like he can actually place this on top of someone and knock them back and then try and get the double tap on them, that is completely.
And he
something
bounces
they're
it
able
off.
to do
Oh,
now.
that is so
Just
cool.
A lot of extra utility for what kind of felt like a just giant team fight ults that didn't actually have much synergy with the rest of his kit.
Yes.
It now has pretty direct synergy with the reason that you pick Hui, which is for the trick shot.
Yeah, and this does block collision, so you can block off.
Hell
path
yeah,
here.
dude.
Yeah, and then you can refire it to bring it down. I think the effects might
Refire
be
to bring it down?
on it ending early. But if you refire the device,
Uh,
yeah, it went out.
went away. Cool.
Yeah. So that doesn't stop the ult. It just gets rid of the sun.
Awesome. Sweet. Hui, looking super sick.
Yep.
Lots of different build path that you can go with Hui now. Fawn, I know you played around with the bruiser builds. Of course, your traditional strength builds, your crit builds are going to work really well.
Yeah,
with
he
Hui
has
as
the
well, but,
basically the same passive
the
dairy,
full
but they
int build is
made it
something
just
that's super
apply to
exciting
any
to me
damage that
for
does
Yeah.
20%.
potential.
I am ready
Of
to
your health.
see how high people can get that fourth bounce.
And it
Especially
marks
if you can,
them.
if you can somehow land
somebody crits
all
you or does
4
20%
shots
of
on
your health,
someone,
it marks
the
them with
places where you
Golden
can
Crow.
actually like do that reliably.
I know,
are
right?
Really limited.
I have a
but-
feeling there's gonna be people that immediately just go into a conquest and just walk around the map and figure out the bounce spots.
Yeah, that's also just
Dude,
another.
I love
that
that what they did, though.
Is like people
Keep
had
his essence,
specific
trick
spots
shots,
they
add to
learned,
it.
adjusted,
You get another
figured
ricochet
out
if you build for that.
of, like,
You have the ult now
where
for
you could bounce
bouncing
things
off of
optimally, like,
and
also
blocking
trying to
people
figure
off.
out
So
jungle
much
camp,
skill
like, you
expression
kinda
there.
knew where you fired,
Mm-hmm.
and in a new game, those
And
are
ways to
completely
scale
different.
Oh,
and different ways to
absolutely.
build.
Okay,
If you want to go strength and hit really hard,
While you're three,
you go
can
in,
you
CC
move in
more.
any direction, or is it just
It's
forward?
Literally
omni
so
movement,
cool.
so you can
This
move
is
in
the
any direction you can
that's
go
what I'm talking about when I'm saying
Right.
they're hitting their
Any
stride with
direction.
how to
You're
make
not forcing,
characters
you just
now.
Don't move. You don't.
Yeah, you just stay in the same spot if you don't
Yeah.
move.
And Phantom Shell would allow you to go through the ult blocker on the 4.
It's still Hui.
It should just be a standard deployable
But
walker.
better.
I don't know if I actually
More
explicitly
fun.
test that, but like I don't see any
Yes.
reason why it wouldn't.
And people are asking to see the tooltips for the 3 and the 4.
Yes, let's do it.
Yep, and so again, like I mentioned, the in scaling is there, but it's not like meant to make it so that these abilities hit super hard. The utilities in other places besides.
And this is
that.
also why I'm saying every
So you
character
have
should
the
have hybrid
time
scaling because you
bomb
can make them scale in
and
different
the
ways,
ults.
or at least
I
most
did
of
some
them.
tooltip
Maybe not every,
on
but
this one as well. But yeah, so you can just see all the damages and all the scaling stuff.
Nice. Well, I believe.
What are you, so epic.
So somebody says, can Ganesha break it with this dash?
It's an ultimate.
Not because it's an ultimate.
Yes,
it's
it's-
non-ultimate.
Yes, non-ultimate is the clause for
Yeah,
Ganesh.
he can still dash through it, but he can't destroy it.
Correct.
Sweet.
You can't dash through your
I think that's
your teammate's
everything
wall.
for base Hu Yi, but Hu Yi also, you mentioned earlier on in the week, has an aspect, correct,
Yes,
Fawn?
he does have an aspect.
All right, sweet. Let me
here we
switch
go.
to that, and we can show off its
So
test.
You guys
this
ready
one
for
was
this?
actually initially Kilgun pitched an idea, and we ran with it. There's a lot of other things going on with
Yeah,
it.
pain.
but
So
the
blame
core-
me if it's not fun or if it's too good.
The core idea here is, what if his basic attack could ricochet?
Yeah.
Oh!
So now, if you want to do trick shots all the time, you can ricochet all over the place with your basic attacks.
Yes, cool. All right, let me hover over the
I
aspect.
just thought it sounded
Let's read
fun.
it. Kilgun
It's-
out here cooking.
It's
I play a Kuyi because I want to do ricochets.
It's
Okay,
Hercules
it
right
is
now.
her
The-
tooltip.
I did fix that also this morning.
All right, well, Pawn, off the top of your head, sorry to put you on the spot, but
I remember all
do
the
you-
details.
cool, awesome. Let's go through
You
it.
typed that in my
so
chat,
the
Elegant. You
trade-off
know
that you're
that?
getting is your one. The main one is your one no longer ricochets. So ricochet no longer ricochets, but your one.
It looks like that
your basic
targeter is
attack
broken down.
ricochets.
Yeah.
It's because you fire the one and then it goes back to your basic attack.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
yeah,
So,
so why-
yeah, this is my one targeter,
and this
then I
is
fire
still
it.
also a
Yeah.
10 targeter.
Got it.
Right.
That's a pretty big
There's some
downside,
stuff
though.
going on there. But your one doesn't ricochet anymore. Your basic attacks are the thing that actually ricochets. If you won someone, and I don't know if it's going to work in this build because again, I fixed a few things this morning.
Mm-hmm.
When you won someone, you mark them. So it doesn't look like that's in yet. That should be in for the
Flash test later today.
Yeah. If they are already marked, and this should work, it will split the mark. So basically your one becomes this like markiplier.
Oh,
I see.
sheesh.
And
It
the
spreads
the mark
out.
effects is one of those things that's still a little work in progress here. You know, like we said, some of the effects
Yeah.
are still getting updated. Hard to see on Ymir when you got the blue mark.
Yes. And the other bit that's kind of cool is so if you get two Ymirs next to each other,
Yeah, let's see here.
The effects on like the visuals and stuff are
I did say
probably
mark
already
applier, but it
updated
definitely does sound
on the
like
flash test
Alright,
later
cool.
is what Tom was saying.
So if
It's
you
just hard to
two-
see
just
because
two
they're
in,
temporary.
and then basic attack.
You'll definitely be able to see it
It's
much
broken
clearer.
right now, but you can see the projectile flying over there. It will automatically ricochet that basic attack to the nearest target.
Okay, nice.
Oh
So,
my
again,
God.
This should all be fixed.
So your
for
autos
when
ricochet
actually
on them
exploded
as well
today.
if they're
These are
marked.
things that we found this morning because some of my changes ended up exploding things. But the idea is you want to try and basic attack ricochet targets. Your one becomes this ability to apply Mark of the Golden Crow. You can spread Mark of the Golden Crow even more. And you just want to basic attack these marked targets to basically thieve off to people and get like just tons of like auto attack damage. Like on a super high attack speed build, this is really, really fun.
I can imagine this with like Odysseus bow. Oh my goodness, you're going crazy. Now, do the ricocheted basic attacks still apply on hit effects?
They do.
Cool.
Oh my
they also inherit
goodness!
the bounce rules for the one which is bonus damage to gods. So if you just basic attack that Ymir normally, it's gonna be like 112.
Yeah.
If you ricochet that Ymir, so just make
Gonna
sure
line it up.
it's
156.
156.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
if you can
goodness,
get a
bro.
good amount of bounces, you can also amplify your basic attack damage. So ricochet basics are stronger than normal basics.
Nice.
But again, you are losing out on the stun. You are losing out on the
Bro,
ricochet damage
imagine
for
in
one,
a
so it's
team fight,
definitely
they're
a
all grouped
trade-off
up and
in
you're
that
just
respect.
you're
And
just
also, there's
splintering
one other
off of
change, which
everyone.
is the mark. On the inside, it made it so the stun was longer. So in this aspect, what it does instead is if your int's higher than your strength and you've marked someone and won them, it'll spread two crows
Awesome.
out instead of one.
Sweet. And then I can
With
ultimate,
Sunbeam
and
Bow as
then
well,
my
'cause
basic attack
that
should
Sunbeam
ricochet
Bow
off the
is
sun.
literally Hu Yi, right?
So same rules there, but the one does no longer ricochet.
Correct. So a lot of interesting things there. If you want to try and just constantly trick
Just
shot,
super attack
That is
speed,
definitely a
trick shot
trade-off.
build. I can't wait for the
This is-
montages.
You're just
Like-
gonna play
you're
gonna play aspect
in
for
particular
for auto
in
attack
the
Hu Yi.
jungle areas of conquest.
ability for base Hu Yi.
It can be a really fun minigame to just try and constantly optimize these basic attacks.
Oh my goodness! And the basic attacks, how many times do they bounce? The same rules as ricochet. And
It's the same rules as Ricochet.
awesome. Yeah, this is great.
It looked like it was the
A lot of cool
targeter
stuff.
was showing it was
Lots of really
supposed to
interesting stuff.
triple bounce, but it didn't.
And hopefully people enjoy Hu Yi. Again, the effects coming in are going to be, we're still making sure all of them are there. There's a few bugs you're seeing right now. Like, for example, you can see the basic attack is spawning effects in the center. Fixed that this morning, too. So we're knocking it all out, but yeah, you guys are
Pon
seeing
literally
it play a
fixed
little bit
something
more.
that was
Yes.
bugged this
so
morning.
yeah, that
dude.
is
These-
Hu Yi in Smite 2 base kit and
I know they were
Aspect.
also working over
Should
the
be really
weekend. These
exciting.
guys
I'm
are
gonna
actually
bring us back to cams.
putting in
I'll show up
so
the
much
Ascension
effort.
Pass really quick, but I did want to call out. You did mention a couple known
insane.
issues. I believe there's an issue with the 3 that players will probably encounter in this flash test as well.
The problem. So the version that you guys will play on the flash test should be pretty good overall. It's likely though we won't get another build, and we found an issue this morning where the 3, while you're in like that dash like hovering state, you are hittable by things. INI files sometimes just don't like to save.
Yes.
And so we found that this morning. It just means that he doesn't have the
Yeah, it's not just that. It's that was when they weren't really.
You can still like.
They weren't
while you're
really-
actually, like once you select a ground location and you start moving, you will be properly
Hitting their stride or in
travel.
their groove
We
with the
are
god
supposed to be
changes
in
and
the air
aspects.
with that. And another +1 for him, which I didn't mention.
Sorry,
was
I'm talking over
we did
Pon.
drastically reduce the time in which you don't have immunity to damage. Like you're supposed to be come unhittable once you've reached the apex height.
Mm-hmm.
We drastically lowered how quick that kicks on, so the amount of times you should get ripped out of the air should be a lot less.
Awesome.
For Hu Yi.
Cool. All
But
right.
again, that
His
won't be
autos
for this
ricochet,
flash
robes.
test.
Sweet. All right. Well, let's look at.
Someone mentioned just one question. I also
No,
wanna
go
add.
for it.
On the aspect, the base guy does not get the extra ricochet from the 400 in. That's just a ricochet
Okay,
specific
so
thing.
you can't do the 4.
Also, calling them all ricocheting. We actually debated for a little bit. Like, is it okay to keep the AO1 named Ricochet if the aspect makes it not Ricochet? We decided yes for now,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Cool. All right, so I've got the Ascension Pass for Hu Yi up first. We've got the Shadow Skin looking really clean. I love
Really
the bow
cute.
on this one. The
Yeah,
kind of
looks
deep
nice.
That's lucky,
purples
bro.
and the auras. His first tracker, total ricochets, of course. The amount of ricochet shots Hu Yi has hit on targets. So super cool. You've got your mastery emote, your clap, objectives destroyed, your goddesses tracker. The next unique tracker though is marked kills. Total god kills Hu Yi has made on marked targets. So
Yep.
you're getting the mark of the golden crow either from your passive
Damn,
now
Coates.
or from your 2 and killing gods. You're gonna
Or on
up
the
this
aspect,
tracker.
you just
or
spread
the
out
lucky
aspect.
numbers,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness, I didn't even think about that. Next up, we've got the classic Onyx,
Looks
black
good.
and gold, looking clean.
That does look clean.
Opal up next.
Sheesh,
love
that
the
looks pretty
opals.
clean
The
too.
opal skins. I love the feathers on the opal skin. That teal.
really nice.
Doesn't he
matches
look
the
so
purple
sick?
So well. His global emote.
I feel like he
This
got a
guy
glow
don't
up.
miss.
That's nice.
Oh, they should have done the
Is that
Sakuna.
is that 9 arrows?
They should have
Oh
done
my,
the Sakuna.
if it is 9, shout outs to the art team for the attention to detail.
Fuga
We've got the wave emote.
for his emote.
Title
That
is
would've been
Earth's
sick.
Defender.
That's a cool title.
Yeah.
You've got your God kills, your mastery badge, and Radiant Hu Yi at the end of the track.
Very nice.
Very
Aspect
clean.
in strength.
Looking clean. I love the
research,
aura on
first.
this.
Is Bobby
And of
asking me,
course-
Mayo?
I feel like with the these always kind of look a little bit angelic, but I feel like since he has so many like feathers on him, it
Yeah.
like really leans.
Oh,
into
I'm
that.
definitely
does
wanting
give
to
off
play
Angel
Int
vibes,
first.
for sure. And the white hair is looking clean. I checked earlier. Card effects quite aren't done yet. Last thing to come in on the Ascension passes. as
Almost
usual,
always.
But they will be done in time for the update.
Yeah, there'll be a
to
flash test
release.
later today.
So that is everything for Hu Yi today.
Not sure what
Hilden,
time.
I know you have
Actually,
a lot.
I had
Oh,
two more because I saw the questions pop up. One was, does
It's
the
similar,
ricochet
so, but a
based
bit better.
attacks gain bonus damage on objectives? They do not. So while you're fighting an objective, you don't have to try and trick
Captain
shot
Windows
and beat the
just
objective.
subscribed.
Okay, so you don't do extra ricochet
Nice.
damage to the
Second
objective.
is-
Shilling.
No one mentioned
you,
this, but I
Captain
should
Windows.
actually bring it up because it's kind of a weird rule. Towers.
yeah.
Every bounce resets the range, so that means that you could bounce and hit towers way out of range. It also means that as you hit a tower, like so when you hit a tower directly, like the projectile dies on first target hit, so it just stops on the towers. But if you bounce, it basically says, "Hey, it's bounced." When it hits the tower, it goes, "No, I've already bounced once. I'm not going to hit the tower. Instead, I'm going to use the tower as another bounce target." So when you're attacking towers, it'll work just like a normal basic attack. But when you're trying to do trick shots of trying to get someone who's like hiding behind a tower, or you want to use the tower as like a extra bounce, you can totally do that. So
Cool.
with the-
Awesome.
Okay, so you can't hit the tower outside the range, but you can bounce
okay,
off of it.